3 a.m. in the morning, and I'm sitting all alone.
Hard hit into right, back at the wall.
That's how many sugar, I can feel it in my bones.
Big Puppy.
Back with 2 outs. Kimbrel deals. Bregman in the air, left field. Benintendi dives, and he makes the catch. Oh, what a play! Game saver, Andrew Bennitendi.
Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series. 5-1 the final tonight. And the best team in baseball wins it all in 2018.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pesky Poll Podcast. My name is Robert. The idiot guy is Ari, and the idiot girl is a special guest today. That is my baby sister, Amber. Amber, since you are new, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
She has no idea what she's doing here. We have a somewhat special segment for her coming up second, so stick around for that. Ari, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Good. It's been, 2 weeks now since we've recorded because somebody didn't want to record last week?
Hey.
Am I wrong? No, exactly. Thank you.
No.
So, once again, welcome to the Pesky Poll Podcast. Hope you guys are having a great day. We are recording on Sunday, the Lord's Day. Hopefully, like I said, it's going great for you guys. If you guys do like this kind of content, make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff on YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes, gang. We appreciate you guys for listening too. Make sure you hit that follow button so you can hear us every single week. Because sometimes in the off season, we get some big news, right, Ari?
Oh, yes, sir.
Once I saw that the race was down to 2 between Alex Cora and Sam Fold, I said on the Instagram, hell is gonna freeze over before Sam Fold gets this job. That was a gimme.
Yeah. So it was kind of funny because at first I was like, all right, who the heck is Sam Fold? And I was like,
he's some random bench coach for the Athletics.
He played, and I was like, what's his connection with Chaim? And I was like, oh, it's because Fold was like a left fielder with the Rays organization when Bloom first started the job there. It was really weird. And I was like, oh, okay, well, guess we're going that way. And then it's like, oh yeah, no, it's like, and who'd we hire?
We hired Mr. Senor Alex Cora, finally back from his 1-year quote-unquote suspension from the MLB, which we all knew it was coming. Once we saw the candidates and saw Jason Varitek wasn't in, we're like, yeah, this is happening.
Yeah, and I gotta say something real quick. For all those people who are saying, oh yeah, Alex Cora's a loser. He's a loser.
We had somebody blowing up the Instagram, pissed off about it.
It was really funny because I kept looking at it and I was like, why are you mad?
They were pissed.
Yeah, and I was like, you do realize he only cheated in 2017 and with the Astros.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't ever with the Red Sox. And like, the respectable thing about him was like when they asked him, oh yeah, were you part of this? He was very upfront. He's like, yes, I was. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I'm willing to take the consequences. He wasn't gonna, be like, what's his face, the GM for the Astros, who was like, oh, I had nothing to do with it.
I had nothing to do. Yeah, exactly.
And if the Detroit Tigers are gonna give AJ Hinch a contract, we better go get Alex Cora back too.
All right, let me ask this.
Yeah.
Amber, who is Alex Cora?
The head coach.
Nice.
Okay, let me ask you this. Amber, who is the head coach this season?
That's a good question.
Okay. For those of you who do not know and are not close to Amber, she mainly has one purpose in liking the Red Sox. Mm-hmm. Right? And she's still very upset because, like I've said multiple times on here, we've been to one Red Sox game together and we were allowed to go on the field, take some pictures with people. We got pictures with JBJ too. And we were in line waiting for Andrew Bennitendi, right? And they basically had us scattered like around the warning track, around the outfield, right? And we're standing like right here. Andrew Benintendi is like 20 feet this way, and then he skips like a full 20 feet of people and comes to like 5 feet to the other side of us, and Amber was
no.
depressed.
That was one of the worst times of my life.
That's fair. That's fair.
We'll get back to Cora, but the reason I brought Amber on was because we need to talk about Andrew Bennitendi. We've talked about him before, but possibly one of the worst hitting seasons by a Red Sox player in the history of this organization. There's no doubt about that. He had 30 some odd at bats and had 4 hits. A 103 batting average.
That's like when, like, if you were like, oh yeah, Ari, go like play for the Sea Dogs, or for like, I'm sorry, the Woo
Spinners.
Sox. The
No.
Woo Sox.
The Woo Sox are AAA. No, you belong in low.
I wouldn't actually. That's true. I wouldn't even make AAA. Be like, all right, bat, and I would literally just bunt. I'd like put the bat out and be like,
Please don't hit me. Because imagine you're just some kid out of college, right? You went to a very low college, right? And you get drafted by the Red Sox. Oh my God, I'm part of the Lowell Spinners. You get in for your first at bat, you're facing someone who's throwing 102 straight gas.
because that's what 102, and then they have 0 accuracy, so they're just like throwing it in there as hard as they can, and I'm just like,
My face. No.
the bat.
Okay. We go on tangents too much.
Yeah.
Amber, you have the floor. Defend Mr. Benintendi with talking actual baseball.
Well, he put his name in the record books.
For what?
Whether it was good or bad, his name is there.
She's not wrong.
It's technically not a recorded statistical worst season. I'm just out here saying that was utterly pathetic.
Well, he also has the best hair on the team.
False. And Ari can agree with me on this.
Are we really gonna choose Kickham?
Yes. First of all, Andrew Bennitendi is third. Second is Kickham. First is Dahlbeck.
Dahlbeck has.
No.
I didn't realize until recently that guy's got a nice head of hair.
Can he
Yes.
look good with long hair and short hair?
Dahlbeck, I think he's too classy of a guy, or he looks too classy to have the
Yes.
flow.
Because then you have somebody like Tanner Houck come in, like they just picked him up off the street. Actually, no, that was Dylan Covey. No one remembers.
Houck looked like he was playing Warzone, and then he got this text. It was like, oh yeah, you're on the team. He's like, oh really?
Oh.
He's like,
Ooh.
yeah. Oh yeah. Also, by the way, you're pitching today. He's like, oh crap. He's trying to like figure out like
How to shave.
he doesn't even have time to shave. So he just like kind of goes on. He's like, all right, we're cool. Let's go. And pitches like Chris Sale. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Amber, what else do you have to say about should give us a good reason? I have one good reason, but give us a good reason why he should stay on this team for next year.
He's a good outfielder.
Yeah. That's that. Hey, whoa. No.
The only thing I can give him is he made one of the most clutch catches in postseason history. There's no questioning that. That was one of the most clutch catches ever. No doubt about that. That goes up with like who was it? Who made Willie Mays, the over the shoulder catch.
Yep.
Goes right up with that. It's almost as clutch as the Poppy homer in 2013.
I would say this though. Like, do you remember that game against the Dodgers? And he made that leaping catch?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was me
one.
with the ballerinas.
Yes. There's that. Those are. Let's count all the amazing catches. Those two. What else? He throws people at home plate out all the time.
He had a great catch this year. I remember that.
Yeah.
There was one.
I was trying to remember what game it was, but
No,
yeah.
there was. I think it was against the Blue Jays, because I remember, Benintendi had a diving catch, and this was within like 2 games. Verdugo had a sliding catch, and our boy Kevin Pillar had a. Yes, she's in on the meat. Kevin Pillar ran face first into a wall to catch a ball.
Oh my word. Crazy.
That man's would break both his kneecaps for the Red Sox.
So then what do you do? What do you do with Benny?
In
If
my
you're not
opinion,
going to keep him on the team, what are you going to do? You can't trade him. He's got really low trade value.
that's why I'm saying you start him in left field and you say you better be better so we can get your Tookus out of here.
I think that if he plays well,
I just saw Amber's face going from this to this.
no.
That's awesome.
No. If he bounces back, you don't trade this guy. I think you give him one more chance. And if he's like, no, I really want to play. Like, if anything, like, keep him for his defense. Like, what did we say for years about JBJ? We were like, dude, the guy has a non-existent bat, but he can play.
But
The outfield
JBJ
really well.
always has that 1 month, just 1 month straight, where he averages like 400. And then the rest of the time, go average or 200. But for that 1 month, he shows that he can actually swing the damn bat. And that's
but I guess
it.
the same could be said for Benny, though, because he did that. He had 1 month of terrible, terrible baseball.
No, 2. And then he had a
Don't stretch
injury.
it. Don't stretch it.
It's 2020. It's 2020, dude. Like, I mean, anything can happen. Literally anything.
Yeah. But
So,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Don't compare JBJ to Benintendi. Benintendi is an above average defender. Jackie Bradley Jr. is one of the best defenders in the game.
Yeah.
You can't compare the two. And we will get to JBJ later in the episode. But Amber, do you have any final concluding thoughts before we let you go?
Benintendi's beautiful.
I think we should get him on the podcast.
Oh, Benny?
I think so too.
And then we'll invite Amber and be like, Amber,
yep.
for you.
Well, what we'll do is if we ever get to that point, Amber won't be a part of the interview. We'll just invite Amber in really quick at the start to just come in and say, do a little bit of this.
I love you.
Watch Amber
We'll
faint
watch
and then
me
kick her out of
pass
the
out
home.
live.
Yes, exactly. There's no doubt about that one. But Amber, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
We're gonna have you in for one more special appearance sometime this offseason whenever we get the 4 of us together.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spoil anything, so we'll see you.
Have a good one.
All right, what do we have on next, Ari?
We have. Give me a sec. Sorry, I'm all over the place. We talked about Cora, kind of. Do we want to talk more about Cora?
Yes.
Okay.
The only reason I cut it kind of short is because Amber had no idea what we were talking about, and since she was the star guest, I wanted to give her some of her time.
Yeah, no, for sure. I want to know what you think of the contract.
Was it 2 years? Something?
2 years with options for 23 and 24.
So it's a 2 with an option for 2 more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's the right guy for the job.
Yeah. I think he's the right guy for the job for the next 4 years.
If you didn't think, because you got to remember, I said that probably the right guy for the job was going to be VTech, right? I didn't think they were going to go down the Cora route, but since they did, I did say he was the best guy for the job. I think it was a good idea because if this team, this team is so far in the you-know-where right now, where it's kind of hard to see where we're going to be in 2 years. We could either still be there, or we can be, middle of the pack playoff team.
Yeah, I think that I totally agree with you. We can either be trash, or we can be a very pleasant surprise.
Yeah, and here's why I think they did that. Why they did specifically a 2-2 is because as of right now, a certain guy on the Red Sox has a 2-2 left on his contract. And that would be Xander Bogaerts. He has 2 years left. And if this team were to suck for the next 2 years, all that is being held in Xander's hands. He's going to say, is this team going to turn it around anytime soon? At that point, he will be 30. And he's got to say to himself, I need a contender. Will this team contend? And if the answer is no, he's bye-bye. At that point, will Alex Cora still be wanting to coach for the Red Sox when they sucked for 2 years and just lost one of their best players?
No, I did not even think about that. I think that I agree with you what you said about, we're either really good or really bad. I think we are going to be leaning more towards really good. Hopefully, I'm hoping, because look what
This
Heim
team's
did.
potential.
The team's
It's
potential is
potential right
through
now
the
for us.
roof. But also, if you look at what Heim's done before, this guy builds super teams and very, very out of nothing, and out of very, very low salary.
Like
Crazy.
the guys he brought in, he found from diamonds in the rough.
Yeah.
Right. Big example. Martin Perez did a really good season. We'll talk about him later.
Yeah.
Kevin Pillar, great season, got us a trade piece for a player to be named later. Imagine that player to be can't because his contract's up. I was just reading something the other day. Yeah. No. There's this one guy back in the 70s was traded for a player to be named later. Right? He sucks so bad on his new team that they made him the player to be named later. Just him right back.
Uno reverse. Oh my word.
But yeah, I think until we start looking at this team in spring training, it can lean either way, It all depends on what we do this offseason. And there are quite a few rumors going around as of now. The biggest one is there is a free agent relief pitcher who we didn't talk about this beforehand, but I found this. A free agent relief pitcher, right, saw that the Red Sox hired Cora, commented on the Instagram post from the Red Sox just having the little 100 emoji, and then a bunch of people came into his comment and said, "Come to the Red Sox," and he responded to those comments by saying, "I love to."
Was that Liam Hendricks?
No, it's what's his name? Keon Kayla.
Oh my word! Keon Kayla. Oh my word!
Much about this guy, but let's do some research, shall we?
I've done research, dude. So this guy has potential to either be really good or really bad. Do you remember he was the closer for the Rangers?
Oh, really?
He was the really, really good closer, and for some reason, Texas was like, "Yeah, we don't want you no more." Yeah. And they traded him to Pittsburgh.
Yep, he's in Pittsburgh now. That's why he sucked. So he's used to being on terrible teams.
Yeah.
Right? He's been on Pittsburgh for the past 3 years. He is 27 years old, and wow, every season except the last season, right? Listen to his numbers from 2017 to 2019 for ERA. 2.79, 3.29, 3.44, 2.93, 2.12.
Wow.
And last year he only played 3 games for Pittsburgh.
I think his contract's pretty.
He's
not
a free
big.
He's a free agent.
Oh, he's a free agent?
He's a free agent.
Oh, because on MLB, on MLB The Show, he has an $8 million contract. Not that that's realistic, but I knew that it was something like that. Wow.
He is a free agent and has publicly expressed interest in coming to this team. How do you feel about Keon Kayla? Or Keon, however you want to pronounce it.
I don't even know how to pronounce it. Adalberto
Once he gets on the team, if he gets on the team, we will then figure it out. But for now, I don't know.
That's a real... I think... Well, I mean, let's be honest. You got to blow up the bullpen. Get rid of it all. Maybe keep Darwinson, keep Phillips.
Darwinson, no. Darwinson's in Seattle. God damn it.
No, he isn't.
Yeah, he is. No, Domingo Tapia is.
Tapia is.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I was just...
Wait, what? No,
brief. All right, yeah. We have Darwinson.
Philip. Who else?
Jeffrey Springs.
But do we want to keep him, though?
No one else you could want to keep. Everyone else.
Maybe Barnes. No. So, well, listen. Keep him so that halfway through the season he could be a potential trade piece.
Why not trade him now?
What's his ERA? Was he actually good? So then we're gonna get low trade value.
Did you just ask me if a Red Sox pitcher was good last year?
Can't believe I asked you if Matt Barnes was good.
Remember how they had Zach Godley ranked over Phillips Valdez for last year's performance? Yeah. All right.
Terrible. No. So Keela, however you say his name. I like that.
I like
like
that a lot. After looking at those numbers, I didn't really know. I thought he was kind of a middle of the pack guy.
Yeah.
Last year, he only played 3 games, so can't really look at those numbers. The year before, he played 32 or 33 games and had a 2.12 ERA. Sí, por favor, get on this.
If you look at his career stats, his career ERA is 3.24.
Yeah.
Career WHIP of 1.12. And he's got 266 strikeouts.
Like, this man knows what he's doing. And he's
Yeah.
publicly expressed interest now in saying, I want to go to Beantown. And I like that. I think it's mainly because of the Cora signing that he's like,
Yeah.
oh, they have a good head coach now. I want to go play for him. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah, totally. I wonder if he has any history with Cora. Because that might be something too.
Did Cora was never part of Texas, and
no.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like there's any history between the two. I think he just respects him as a coach, if anything.
I mean, yeah, I would.
Which, I don't know why Texas released this guy.
They traded him.
That's what I mean. Why do you trade somebody when in the year you traded him in, he played 39 games and had he played 38 games and had a 3.44 ERA. That's still very good. Yet you just decide, okay, Pittsburgh, have the I got to look after this episode and wonder what they traded him for. But
I'm looking at it now. Rangers acquired prospect Sherton Apostle from the Pirates for Keanu McKayla. Never heard of that guy.
Nope. So the trade hasn't paid off for them. I will say yet. Hasn't paid off yet, but
he's third base. Yeah, I don't know. No. Definitely hasn't paid off. I wonder if this guy, because part of me is remembering some, I could be wrong, remembering some off the field issues.
Maybe.
With him, with Kayla.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But I think that's a start.
I am 100% fine.
Yeah.
With him coming over. Like I said, anybody wants to take a shot, we'll give you a shot. And if you suck, we'll tell you suck and adios, senor, and then we'll bring in the next guy. You know, it's a full on tryout for everyone. Like
it literally is. And yeah.
I said, that Jerry Jones picture I sent you of him on Twitter, just saying if you have a Cowboys jersey, show up to practice.
Yeah, and I commented right away, like, if you have a Red Sox jersey, please show up at Fenway Park or
or at Florida for spring training.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, but
yeah.
Next we have my boy, who we think is already gone, but it's from what I hear right now, there are 3 teams that are definitely interested in him. The Red Sox, who have finally reached out to him to talk contract.
Didn't the Red Sox not put the qualifying offer down?
I do not know. I think
because that was an $18 million qualifying offer.
Yeah, I don't.
And I was like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't think they did. But the Red Sox,
okay,
a team unknown in the NL Central.
I wonder if it's the Braves. No, not the Braves.
And the third team you're not gonna like.
Astros.
The Astros have expressed high interest.
Well, because they know Springer's gone.
Yeah, Springer's gone.
Springer's gone. He's not coming back.
What would you feel about the Red Sox signing Springer?
Too big of a contract.
If it's a contract. Yeah, he's gonna get more than JBJ would. It's estimated right now that JBJ's value is a 2-year, $16 million contract, which
I think that's more than reasonable.
I agree. You know, if the question is if the Red Sox say, "Here's 2 years, $16 million," what say you? He goes, "Nah, I'm done with the city." You know, his wife came out and basically said, "Hey, Boston, thanks so much for all the memories and stuff." Basically, a full goodbye post with the middle finger afterward. You know.
Yeah.
So I think in his mind, unless the Red Sox blow him away with an offer, he out. And I think that.
Yeah, it makes me sad.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that from now on, Verdugo is going to be center field, and you're going to fill in somebody for left.
I know you're gonna fill in somebody for right. Because, like I said,
sorry, right. I'm sorry. I meant right.
Benny takes left, and you pray to God that he can be better. And do
Yeah.
you know who you bring in for? You know who you bring in for right field? You know who you bring in for.
Duran.
You
yeah.
you know who you bring in for right field.
Kevin Pillar.
You bring him back.
Yeah.
Hashtag bring my boy back so I don't have to keep thinking about this sweater in the past. All right, this is the future. This is the future.
Yeah. I've heard talks about Ozuna.
Yes,
but
somewhat.
I don't know about that because, like, that yet again a big contract, and like Bloom has said, like, well, he hasn't said this, but like, it's all the signs are pointing to the Red Sox having a very, very busy offseason.
Yes.
And
which I think they need.
That's good. Oh, you definitely need to. There's no part of this team that you can just be like, that's fine, we'll leave it.
There are multiple parts of this team that you could look at and say.
Well, I mean, like, as a whole, you can't say, yeah, we're fine. We can just go into 2021 exactly the way we started 2020. Can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think you got to be smart, and Bloom will, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's gonna go small, insignificant 2013 signings.
I don't think we're going to be really insignificant. I think we're going to bring in some guys just to really test out and see, are you really meant to be on this team? Are you not? If not, 1-year contract, you're out. That's where I see a problem with Martin Perez's contract too, and how they declined his team option. You know, he proved to us, specifically us two, really hated on him at the start of the season.
Oh yeah,
that he belongs here, that he did well here. You know, and I'm willing to say I was wrong. I always am. I was wrong. I was very wrong.
I think a lot of people were. A lot of us were like, there's no way that we are going to have Martin Perez on this team 2021. But our perception has completely changed.
But I thought he was just going to stink the entire year, but he proved to be one of our better pitchers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he was
let's be fair. That's not saying a lot. Because
that's not saying a ton because everyone on that team is straight booty.
Yeah.
But he definitely overperformed expectations. Was he great? No. Did he overperform expectations? Yes. Was he better than Garrett Cole? Probably.
Yes. No. He's with the Yankees. No.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's better than everyone on the Yankees.
So who do you think the Red Sox could possibly sign for a 1-year contract that you'd be like testing out the waters? I'm just gonna put this out now. I've said this before. No, do not pick up John Lester. Way too old. And I don't think that's smart. What? Why? Why?
Not so much as a pitcher that you're going to say, go in and actually do good. All right? He is going to be what I like to call the Bartolo Colon of this team. Right? He's going to come in. He's going to make the locker room a little bit better. He's going to, make it a little more fun. And he's going to mentor some of those young guys. You don't think he can teach Phillips Valdez something or Darwinson something? You don't think he can teach some of these young guys at least something to add to their game that a pitching coach can't? So I say bring him in, let him eat up a couple of innings. Everybody could say, oh, we have John Lester back, all the memories, the nostalgia.
And he'll probably just retire after this year.
Yes, and then let him ride his horse off into the sunset having a 7.5 ERA and a 3 whip, and life will be good.
I'm just going to tell you right now. Do you know what he was in 2020? I think 2018 was his last really good year.
Mm-hmm.
2020, he had a negative .2 WAR. 3 wins, 3 losses. And get this. See, he would fit perfectly on this Red Sox pitching staff. 5.16 ERA.
He's basically Nathan Eovaldi. Give him a contract.
He's a 36-year-old Nathan Eovaldi. Oh my gosh. No, I don't know, dude. I think...
No, because here's the thing, right? If you're letting go of Perez, you need one starting pitcher because your rotation right now... Yeah, your rotation right now is Sale, Erod, Eovaldi, Houck, Question mark.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
Walden.
Pivetta.
No.
It could be Pivetta.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I would actually say that way. Don't go sign. I almost don't think they will go sign a starting pitcher because you have Pivetta, who's a righty.
I really like Pivetta more as that long reliever role. If I'm going to be completely honest,
we could have Marcus Walden in the relief. The long. I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that one. That's a pass. We're gonna put that in the pass column. All right.
We could have Brian Mata. Brian Mata. That guy's he's a prospect. He's a great young pitcher. He throws super hard.
Mm-hmm.
That way we're getting him onto the team. I think you gotta get a second baseman. You gotta get another outfielder.
Second baseman, not really. Not really. No, you have
Yairo?
Yeah, you have Yairo as a backup. You have Chavis there.
Actually,
you have Bobby Dahlbeck running first, Xander, Bogarts, and Devers, and then your outfield you have Benintendi, Doogie.
Question mark. Or yeah, I almost think they're gonna put Duran on the team and just be like, yeah, we'll see what you can do. I've heard a lot of.
Yeah, I see him as that fourth outfielder.
Yep. You need a right-handed bat though, and that's why I think you want to take Pilar.
No, really.
Because then you're gonna have an all left-handed outfield.
And okay, no, here's my thing. Here's my thing. Analytics are taking over the game way too much, and you know me. I'm a numbers guy. I love numbers.
Okay.
But analytics are taking over the game too much. You know, you could say yes. Typically, righties do worse against lefties. Yes, that is true, right? You usually want righties do worse against righties. So you want the opposite of what the pitcher is.
Yep.
Right. But at the same time, if a dude can hit, a dude can hit. All right. I'm not really looking at matchups, all right, throughout a season. Once it gets to playoffs, I'm looking at matchups. But in the regular season, I'm just looking at getting the best players possible, right? And putting those best players inside the lineup. And then we get to points where, we're overanalyzing things and we're taking goddamn Blake Snell out in the 7th for no reason. We're not going to talk about that. That is old news at this point because we didn't make an episode last week. But analytics are great in moderation. Yeah. At this point, I don't care if you got 3 lefty outfielders out there, right? Was it the Rays? As long as you can
hit a right-handed and a left-handed pitcher.
Who went full lefty lineup in a playoff game once?
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. You can just if a dude can hit, a dude can hit. I don't care who he's facing against. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that I think we both can agree we need another outfielder.
We do. We need one more outfielder.
We need
a backup, probably third base shortstop kind of player.
Infielder. Yeah.
Yep. And
that might be Arroyo though, honestly.
Yeah. Actually.
That could be Arroyo.
Or what's the odds of Cassis coming up?
Oh, I don't know.
I think if they bring him up, it's mainly to say, hey, other teams, this is what we got. Trade for him.
I think he's a trade piece.
Yeah. And that kind of stinks. I'd love to see what this guy can do, but
I think he could play first. He could be first base. We could just move Chavis completely over to second.
Honestly,
I would be okay with that.
Too bad there. But what do you do with why am I blanking on?
Dahlbeck could also.
That's the second time I've blanked on him.
They'd split time. That way, and Cassis would be considered more of the bench bat.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because we all know you can't bench Dahlbeck, like the guy just you can't do that.
Yes.
So
there's no way you bench that.
No.
But let's get, how far are we in? We're about 30 some odd minutes into this.
Oh yeah, we're flying through this.
Yeah. So there was one thing that I forgot to talk about or put in our list that was really funny, and Robert Stock completely calling me out.
That was great.
We talked about this a little bit last episode, but basically when they released Domingo Tapia, when he got picked up by Seattle, I said in a kind of quote, if Robert Stock is in a Red Sox uniform next year, I'm throwing hands with somebody. Right?
Yeah.
And then some random dude right, tags Robert Stock in it. And it made me laugh because I'm like, yeah, that's not, we don't have to worry about that, right? And then Robert Stock just says, LOL, if that happens, he'll know where to find me.
As soon as I saw that Stock posted, I was like, "Oh no, Bobby! Oh no!
Oh, God.
What have you done?"
But
Oh man.
hopefully that's not going to be the first time something like that happens because, like I said, I stand by my takes. If I think someone's not doing good,
Yeah.
I'm going to say something. But it's not necessarily the fact that he wasn't doing good. You know, he hadn't pitched for 6 years. And then it was like, hey, play for this team. You know, we weren't expecting the world from him. The reason
we never expecting Ryan Brazier when he came in 2018.
Yes.
We were like, who the heck is this guy? And then like he pitched kind of well, and we're like, nice. And then we're like, yeah, you're our closer for 2019 with Barnes. And then it was like, no.
No.
Oh.
No. Hell
Nope. No way.
Anyway, with that, like,
yeah,
with guys like him, Kickham, Lair, Dylan Covey, those dudes, we use them more as a meme than anything because just like, who the hell are you? Who let you in here? Like, and then we see you haven't pitched since 2013. Why? Right? That's more. It's not hating on the dude because we know he hasn't pitched in 6 years.
Yeah, no.
We're not expecting anything from him. We just find it hilarious that we originally thought, hey, maybe this dude's a prospect that's coming up and we can see what. No, he's 30. Oh, maybe this dude's no, he's 29. There was never a prospect, Ari.
Well, and
it was
he never was. No, and here's the thing, though. It's like, I almost wonder if some of these guys that the Red Sox picked up were like, well, it's quarantine. We got to do something. And they're like, what? We need to change the pace. Like, a lot of us have been like, what can we do to kind of change up our lives a little bit? What can we do to, like, entertain us during this very tough time?
Oh, I know. Let's get back in the game.
And he's like talking to his wife. Like Dylan Covey's talking to his wife. He's like, I don't know if he's married or not, whatever. But like somebody talking to somebody, and he's just like, I don't know, like, you know, I just don't know what to do. And they're like, oh yeah, it actually might be you should go pitch. And he's like, hey, I'm available. And the Red Sox are so stinking terrible that we're just like, oh yeah, we'll take you, and we'll take you, and we'll take you, because it's full on Jerry Jones tryout season.
Yes, but I should, if I wanted to go complete savage mode, right, I should have asked him if his wife left him yet for keep walking the leadoff batter.
Oh!
That would have gotten our first MLB player to officially block us.
We haven't even had any. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Well, we haven't checked if Ryan Brazier's blocked us yet, but
I don't think Ryan Brazier has an Insta.
Probably not. But I found that hilarious. That's awesome that you would, because dude hadn't been active for like a month and a half, and just randomly out of nowhere after we posted about him, he because like I said in the beginning of October, after the Red Sox season ended, I sent him a message just being like, "Yo, you want to come on the podcast?" And I never got a response back, and then I just get this 3 weeks later. It's like, bro,
he's like, "There's no way I'm going on the podcast with these guys. These guys are nut job. No way.
Not anymore.
No way on this earth." Oh boy.
Anything else you want to talk about before we get into our two favorite parts of every episode?
Let me think. Yeah, we gotta. I don't know, man. There's so many like tiny little things that can go right if we pick up the right pieces. Like, I guess I want to know what your take is. Like, you like John Lester.
Yes.
And like, I understand why. But I almost wonder if Charlie Morton would be a better option. He's a righty. We all know he's contemplating retirement this year, and we could literally be like, "Yo, dude, like, as like a final, like, medal to put on your shelf, your final trophy. Why don't you come play for one of the most historic ball clubs in sports?" And be like, I don't think it will happen, but I think it would be really cool to be like, oh yeah, let's just do like a 1-year deal, like $6 million. Literally a Perez deal. We can literally do a Perez deal.
If he's going anywhere, it's to a contender. He's going to Padres, Dodgers, Braves.
It's true.
Maybe back to Tampa Bay. He's going to a contender. Maybe Yankees. because they need help in the pitching department after spending hundreds of millions of dollars in the pitching department. So you know,
it's a miracle how Red Sox are bad too, but it's a miracle how weird the Yankees pitching staff is. We're gonna sign Garrett Cole. He's gonna be like the savior of, and we'll be able to like win multiple World Series with him. And Bobby,
mm-hmm.
where did the Yankees finish?
Not a World Series, I think.
No. Who beat them? Tampa. Yeah. What's Tampa's payroll?
About as much as Garrett Cole.
Yeah. Moral of the story?
Don't pay for Garrett Cole.
Nope, never.
Don't
Never.
pick Garrett Cole.
Don't pick Garrett Cole. I'm sorry.
Right. Let's just get into our DMs.
Yeah.
I can see notifications on my phone that my fantasy team's blown up. Not the one in our league, but paying
really?
a paying fantasy league.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
I asked the people this week.
Yeah.
I asked them last week. I said, "What did you do for Halloween?" And it was going to be a great one, but somebody decided that they didn't want to do an episode last week, so we couldn't do it. And I didn't want to ask the same question
Halloween
too.
stuff going on in my house. I was like, all right, we have to. I was like, yeah, all right.
Sure. Okay, so I asked people, if you were stranded on a desert island, what 3 things would you want with you? Right? And we got 3 responses and one more that I'll get into because it kind of makes no sense. But I know the dude. But
All right.
what was I gonna say? What would you do if you were stranded on a desert island? What 3 things would you need?
Oh, jeez. Probably. All right. So number 1, fried chicken. And I mean like buckets of fried chicken.
Why does nobody take this seriously?
Number 2, water. No, seltzer. I'd go with seltzer.
It tastes like TV static. If you put TV static in a liquid state, that's it.
And I don't know for number 3.
Go back to your damn lime water.
My brother was like, dude, because he saw that and he was like,
Yep.
yeah, why don't you just can I have Wi-Fi? I'm like, it's a good one. I think I would take. No, okay, I wouldn't take water. Fried chicken. My phone.
Oh, that's the thing to lead off. That's the thing to leave off is water.
Is water. Yeah, we don't need that. That fried chicken. So fried chicken, my phone, and a charger, like a charging port thing.
Okay, I have multiple questions.
Okay.
1, you're gonna live about 5 days before you croak.
Yeah.
2nd, you would have nowhere to charge it, so your phone won't be dead after.
It's one of those charging blocks.
Oh, the battery pack?
Yeah,
Yes,
battery
you'll have
pack.
your phone for about 36 hours max, and then you'll be.
Yeah.
Because the battery pack's going to run out of energy unless, in the middle of a thunderstorm, want to go outside and pray.
Come on. I need that. I need it. Yeah, no, I'll probably just call for someone to pick me up and be like, all right, cool. What about you?
For me, it's easy. It's more long game than anything.
So,
fishing rod.
opposite of me.
Fishing rod, water filtration system, machete.
Yeah, you're going to live a whole lot longer than I am.
Way
longer.
I'm just gonna eat the fried chicken, then take a nap till I die. That's about
I'm
it.
in a food coma.
Your brother's was almost as bad as you. He says a massive submarine, a nice bed with fuzzy blankets, and a PS5.
Who said that? My brother?
Your brother. Your brother.
I like how he says a bed of fuzzy blankets.
A bed and fuzzy blankets.
With fuzzy blankets.
They have to be fuzzy.
And the PS5. How are you gonna turn on the PS5? That's almost worse than my phone.
Amber says my phone, Andrew Bennitendi, and a wedding ring.
Wow, so she's not living very long either.
She's living about
3
3 days of happiness. And that's
Or Benintendi.
R.I.P.
Oh, jeez.
And then our boy JD Martin, who comments on literally all of our posts, says
Yeah.
internet, unlimited food, and a TV with all the channels and out-of-market Red Sox games. Okay, so he's you forgot about that water thing, my guy. You forgot about that water thing.
Let's be honest. Everybody's gonna die on this island except for Robert.
Except for me. Am I the only one that thought this through for?
And we're all gonna be like, hey, can I have some of your water? And I'm like, no. Just hack at us with machetes. Be like, nah, get away from me.
And then there's this guy.
Yeah.
His name is Jose Mota.
Okay.
And he is a former professional athlete
Ooh.
for the Phillies and the Reds, I think. He was a second baseman.
All right.
And now he's the color commentator for the Phillies.
Really?
He's commented on a couple of posts, but he just asks like random questions.
Yeah.
Instead of commenting, he asked who wins the NL Cy Young.
Ooh. Because isn't it Bauer, Darvish, and somebody else?
I think Darvish takes it.
Who's the third guy?
I can't remember.
Let me look it up.
Quickly, because we got to end this so that people can get back to their lives. Even though we know they love watching our videos. Because our last two videos have gotten, 1,100 and then 600 views. And thank you guys so much for that.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Bauer, Darvish, and DeGrom.
I think DeGrom. It's either I don't think Bauer's going to do it. I'll be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think is going to be AL Cy Young? I think that's pretty easy.
Who's it between?
Bieber and everybody else.
Bieber.
Yeah.
That one's
Kenta Maeda or Cole. Yeah, no, Bieber.
Some people are going to vote Cole just because of the name, but we all know the right answer is Bieber.
People are all the people who are like, I'd trade all my Red Sox team to go get Mookie Betts back.
Honestly, yeah. That one's I would legitimately trade Bogarts, Devers, and Cassis for Mookie.
With his current contract?
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Wow.
No doubts at all.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we're getting close to about 50 minutes where we usually like to stop. So with that being said, thank you guys once again so much for watching our videos. And if you are on Spotify or iTunes, thank you for listening in. Truly means the world to us. Roll that out, your music. We will see you guys.
Hold on.
Whoa. I almost forgot. Whoa, really quick. Whoa, why did I forget? Oh my God, we almost both forgot. Yo, pause.
No, I was waiting.
No, don't leave. I see you trying to hit that button. Don't leave yet. You almost forgot. I almost forgot. This idiot almost forgot. Our favorite part of the episode. Maybe that was planned. Maybe that wasn't. You don't know. You're on suspense. Welcome the people.
Welcome to RH6. I don't know if you know this or not. I don't know if you know this, Bobby.
Hmm?
But if a pitch baseball is lodged in the umpire's mask, all runners advance one base.
Is this off a foul ball or is this just
a pitched ball?
Oh,
if the
okay.
catcher misses it, right.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was an actual thing. What if it gets off the I have a question because this has happened, right?
Okay.
2 strikes, foul ball, tips off the bat and goes into the catcher's mask and stays there.
That's a foul
Is that
ball.
a caught third strike?
Oh. I would argue yes, because
the ball never touched the ground.
The ball never touched the ground, and the catcher made contact with it.
You mean the batter?
No, the batter did, but also the catcher had like, he made contact with the ball as well.
Yeah.
And held on to it.
And it's the same
regardless
thing.
If he held it in his armpit or his hand or his glove or his mask.
Yeah, like if it was a tip and it goes off the catcher's glove and then bobbles it and keeps it in the air, that's an out.
Yeah.
So it should be an out if it's stuck in his mask. He takes it out and catches it.
Should be.
That ball stayed in fair play and didn't touch the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter if he was playing hacky sack with it; it didn't touch the ground.
Who was that catcher that did that one time?
Oh, I can't remember.
You know who I'm talking about, though, right?
I think it was on the Reds.
Hedges? Austin Hedges? No, he plays for summer. I don't know. Whatever.
But
whatever.
Now. You got anything else to say to the people?
No. Let's go Cora. Let's go.
Woo! Go Cora. That's a very weird ending to the episode.
Let's go.
But we almost forgot, but we didn't. But once again, for the third time, thanks so much for watching. We really do appreciate you. Roll that outro music. We will see you guys in the next one.
Peace.